We've got a major deal announcement. Palantir surprises us with a new PR for a big deal in healthcare. Palantir has partnered up with Nebraska Medicine, and they go into a good amount of detail actually around this contract we haven't seen before. So, with this new deal, Palantir and their $2.5 billion academic health system customer, Nebraska Medicine, are announcing a new multi-year, multi-million dollar contract for AIP. Now, this is already a usual first because they're describing Nebraska Medicine with a dollar valuation, which we typically do not see them do with customers. I think as a nonprofit, they're utilizing their asset valuation or revenue, which are close to this number from last year, but regardless, they're not tiny. So in the PR, they go into how Palantir will continue working with Nebraska Medicine for a lot of use cases already, like orchestrating patient flow, nurse allocation, clinical supplies management, and revenue cycle optimization at scale. And this is all while still expanding their ontology to more high priority areas. And that's to keep connecting more information throughout the platform for Palantir's AIP. So they've definitely got plans to keep expanding to improve clinical research as well as clinical care to improve patient outcomes. Now, the more interesting part is the speed this deal got locked down actually, and they note how they only started this partnership less than a year ago and have already implemented more than 10 AIP applications to improve that patient throughput, expanding claims reimbursements, and better monitoring patient care. And this is all while being in a safe and secure guardrail environment without Palantir's AIP. Then going into way more detail, they note how this was started back in only January 2024 and is the fastest time to enterprise commitment, or in this case, a multi-year, multi-million dollar deal. It took them less than 6 weeks to put in a new workflow into production, as well as 90 minutes to introduce some other ones. And then also since partnering, they added 2,000% increase in discharge lounge utilization, freeing up beds earlier for patients and decreasing time from discharge order to patient discharge by 1 hour on average, which really adds up over thousands of people over time. And further, they sent 1,200 plus AI-powered appeal letters to payers in less than 3 months, helping the health system more efficiently and effectively respond to claim denials, and leveraging AI to combat payer behaviors. And the area of wider focus uses AIP to predict operating room and post-anesthesia care unit bed necessity, as well as managing their supply chain and recommend staff movements and more. And this is huge on how much detail they are already providing, but honestly, every single one of these use cases and results is game-changing, and every hospital should at least be listening and considering how they can make these changes at their own organizations. If you can somehow do these even without Palantir, you're finding the holy grail of decreasing costs while improving your revenue and then increasing patient care. Especially the AI-powered appeal letters too that everyone talks about because of their revenue generation that we also heard from AIPCon too. They don't like to deal with health insurance companies. No one likes to deal with them. That sounds like sometimes it's arbitrary rules from payers and getting claims denied. Well, with AIP, it sounds like it's making it much easier at least to do this at scale, where you're taking away that nitpickiness and increasing your chances of getting paid out with AI. Then we get some quotes, but essentially Palantir will continue to improve all those use cases. But honestly, this is a huge PR, and we get some of the most detailed displays of what they're doing in a healthcare system right now. No doubt Palantir can get into healthcare and bring value, and for me personally working in healthcare analytics my whole career, these are the types of problems we are measuring and trying to figure out and even just discover and solve every day. Some multi-million or multi-billion dollar businesses are just built around even just fixing one of these problems that Palantir is fixing today. So a lot of disruption is coming, and honestly, the opportunities and dollar amount is massive for them. And hopefully this means they can attract more customers like this who are willing to adopt and transform so quickly, because it's very well known too how resistant to change healthcare in general is. But that's the nature of the beast when you're dealing with patient outcomes, and the risk of something going wrong is literal lives. But what are your thoughts though below? And I'll see you in the